Welcome back to the show, Robert Shiepe from Custodian File. Everyone's eager to hear about what you've got to say regarding what just happened with that Fox News helicopter. Robert, first of all, how are you, buddy?
I'm good. It's Monday morning over here. It's the weekend. It's I believe Labor Day weekend, and so not too many things are happening too fast right now. But I did want to reach out because of the extraordinary video a couple of days ago. Even I was amazed by it, and I've recorded a lot of videos, and that's in a category by itself for a couple of reasons. Um, really, so wherever you want to start, begin. But there's just I'm all over the place on this video.
Oh, I got questions. I got questions. So just I know your normal day job, which is watch the skies, watch the radar, get ready to record, look over evidence that's coming in, look at other stuff online. It's pretty much what I do, really. But just talk to me about that morning, because I mean, what made you what first happened? Did you notice it on the radar? What happened?
Yeah, okay, that's a great question. So yeah, regular, just sitting here. My patio's right here in front of me. I have my camera on the tripod, Panasonic X1000 60 frames, 4K with a custom light box, 14-inch 4K monitor light box with two radar detectors attached. Because these small UAPs, they do trigger the X and K band, and I figured that out 5 years ago. That was confirmed by the Pentagon 2 years ago. And while I'm speaking to you, I'm always looking at my radar just to see if there's incoming helicopters. So, and then I've got the radar on, so you might hear it in the background, K band, X band. Uh,
Well,
so
we got the hit last time we spoke, didn't we? We got the live UAP capture. And there were people that are on the fence with that one, but now they've seen the helicopter footage. And if you haven't, guys, check out the video. Um, it-
it's nuts, Robert, because so I've been doing this since 2017, 8 years, and I've literally recorded 30,000 helicopters, and then I cherry pick 6,000 of the best videos. But I've never really seen anything like this. Let me tell you why, because we're talking about a news chopper. Now, I've seen similar air activity with Apaches, Blackhawks, Ospreys, and I have those videos, which is bizarre. Why would Apaches, Blackhawks be circling Marina Del Rey? Just very bizarre video that really cannot be explained. But this one was unique. I'm sitting here and I hear I'm not even looking at the radar. But I did hear the K band go off because I always leave my radar on even when I'm not recording. And I said, wow, I better look out the window because, 30% of the time, if that thing goes off, there's a helicopter in front of it. And I look, and even though I have my glass doors closed, I hear a loud engine, and I'm convinced this is an Apache. I know what all the helicopters sound like. I said, "Oh, this is an Apache coming in. This is great." And so I start recording, and it's not an Apache. It's a news chopper, the Fox News chopper, and I know that because of the free radar available, which is a bizarre concept in itself. Unless you're a licensed pilot, you shouldn't have access to data like that. But I said, whoa, the news chopper here. And what made it several things unusual was his speed. He was running his engines at full throttle.
I was going to say,
And
it's probably why you thought it was an Apache, because you would have heard the chopper going at full throttle, right? And that's
yeah,
normally when you hear that thump, 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 you know that's something big coming through. But in this instance, it was just a smaller but fast moving helicopter.
correct. It's really never been done. Really never, not even with the police. Just this is it stands alone. Uh, so he's coming in at 200 feet elevation. He's going south. He's going down the beach line. And I notice, and as you can see on the video, he starts to go lower and lower. And at one point, it seems like he had a hiccup and he dived down pretty close to the water as if he had to pull himself back up. He might have been saying, wow, that was close, damn.
It
But
was. It was.
if you look at it, so the jetty rocks, which are there to protect to stop the waves from coming in to the marina, they're 10 feet high. You know, they're massive up front. They're 10, but his shadow, his silhouette was below the jetty
Yeah.
rocks.
Yeah.
So he's doing 120, 5 feet off the ground. I could tell you right now, I'm not a pilot, but I don't think that's legal anywhere in the world. I don't see how that could ever be legal. Just it makes no sense. So I'm like, whatever. Just that was good video, and at the time I didn't see the dragon you did. I'm glad you did an analysis because frankly, there's so many dragons now flying around. It's just I'm trying to cherry pick the dragons, and the other ones I just put like in a legacy file for future researchers to analyze. So I'm looking on the radar and I'm like, wow, that was really bizarre here. I've never seen anything like that. Because, you know, if something would have happened, his helicopter would have hit the ocean, he would have just tumbled. It would have just been horrible. But like I said, this is not a normal pilot. This is, I got it. I almost got to assume this is like a Tom Cruise, Top Gun, Afghanistan pilot who flies Apaches. You saw how he flew.
Oh,
So I'm looking at the,
he was swinging that thing around like it was part of him, like he owned it.
yeah,
Just in a scenario like that, you're waiting for an accident to happen, but that guy just owned that. Whatever he was doing, it
I
was.
get it. I've been a few times when I was young. I was on my motorcycle or in a dune buggy, and you know, I got into the moment, the excitement. I was driving in a way that I may not have recovered from, and it's scary. I still think back and it haunts me. But so no,
Nothing wrong with living life on the edge one time in your life, as long as you do it at the right age.
uh, so I'm looking at the radar, and I could see he went 10 minutes down, and now he's turning back. And I go, oh, this is too good to be true.
Yeah.
So now I had the time to stand there and turn the camera on ahead of time. And if you notice, so I was wide angle, waiting for the Fox News to come in, and it was on purpose. I didn't zoom in because like 5-10% of the time, a dragon will appear on the top left corner. He will tag the chopper on the top left corner. So I was trying to reserve the top left corner until the helicopter got fully over the jetty rocks, and then I would zoom in. And fortunately, that strategy worked. Now, I didn't see it, but you saw it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's definitely very repeatable, typical. And like I said,
That's what's crazy about your research, Doc, is because you know when the precise moment that these aircraft pass, when they should be getting tagged. Like it's just like the milkman coming to deliver milk at 6 in the morning. It's like that. That's what's
it's
remarkable. Bugs
oh,
don't do that.
nobody on Earth can predict a bird or a bug. Come on, it's nobody. But I can. As a matter of fact, I think over the last couple of days, I've gotten like 3 or 4 more I call them countdown videos now, and I've already sent them to you. And it's nuts. It's just over the hot zone. Tag them now, and they fly by. 3, 2, 1. Nope, nothing. I don't see anything. Whoa, whoa, whoa. He sees it. He sees it. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay. I gotta say, the last couple of months, keep the focus. The LAPD has been flying. Look at that. Vertical, north to south. He saw. They've been flying with precognition. Pre-launch? Who are you? a dragon right there underneath. Follow the bird. There it is. Look at that. Look at that bird tag. Look at that. That bird just got tagged. Oh, just as I expected. If he's flying toward the jetty rocks, I think he is. He's going to get tagged again. Come on. Tag that bird again. Seagull, come on. There it is. Oh, you see how it lost focus? KA just went off, but I don't see anything on the radar. And then there's the hot zone 2, which I usually get right within 3 seconds. And in the Fox News chopper, when I said going over, actually the
Zone 2.
tip,
Yeah.
yeah, the tip of the tree, which sometimes annoys me. It's my neighbor's tree, but it's a good reference point.
Mm-hmm.
So I know when he gets to that tree, that's hot zone 2. And sure enough, the dragon came off the ground 3 seconds. So I apologize. I didn't get it right within 1 second. But what's
just
really,
send them a bottle of whiskey and say, hey, just chop that branch off there and we'll be
yeah,
good.
I'm friends with the gardener. He would do it if I asked. But I really, but I really see it's coming in handy now.
Yeah,
Uh,
point of reference, absolutely.
so, uh, so this is what I've noticed the last few months. So again, recorded 8 years, got an X band, and I still don't see. 1 second.
Yeah, fine.
Looks like, yeah, we might have incoming of a tourism. If he continues this course, he might fly by in 4 or 5 minutes. But it's not the police. It looks like it's tourism, but he's coming in at an unusual angle. He's coming in from behind my house. I'll worry about it when he gets within a mile.
Sounds like they've gone out to tag him already. If you've had X band already.
Yeah, I'm learning that now. They'll go up. They'll come to you if they see you coming this way. Boy, there's a lot going on. I appreciate that. One of the questions I want to go over is because people say, Robert, why do they keep tagging the same helicopter over and over and over? So
Yeah.
I don't know what order I want to tell you all this in because I'm jumping. I apologize for jumping around the place because new information is hard to come by. So this is my theory on why they re-tag the same helicopter over and over. It's just a theory. And I confirmed it on AI. But in the military, often they'll tell these pilots, we want you to fly to A to B. And when you get to the location, we will give you instructions. They don't tell them why they're flying to B. When you get to B, we will give you mission instructions then. So I'm thinking if we do that, maybe these dragons, they tag the helicopter, they scan the computers, and they say, oh, this guy has no mission instructions. But 15 seconds from now, maybe the pilots on the helicopters will receive mission instructions. And especially if they hear the pilots transmitting. So they go back and they recon, they retag. Okay, what are your mission instructions? What are the
Possibly.
codes? So I think they're checking to see, hey, do you have new orders? And are you here to inflict any kind of confrontation or
Yeah.
harm?
Yeah, that's the only, well, there's probably a couple of plausibilities, but that one kind of makes more logical sense.
I
Um,
mean,
they they do multiple recons on the same vehicle.
well, if you were the Pentagon and you saw some Russian planes flying toward Alaska, wouldn't you want that information? What's in the pilots? What's in the Russian jet's computers? And what, in a minute later, what kind of instructions he has?
Hmm.
It's it's kind of logical. I was an intelligence officer. I basically would want to know what the pilot's thinking every 4 seconds. So
That
I
must
just
that must really, sorry, Doc, that must really annoy those pilots.
Oh, well, you heard what Dan Aykroyd said that they're very annoying. They're they're complaining that they're being buzzed and they're annoyed.
Mhm.
The police, the sheriff, the fire department. So they've already made a self-confession. The police, fire department, sheriff, they've already said, off the record, we're annoyed. We can't say more. That's fair. That's fair. So now we just need the Army and everyone else to make some type of soft confession, which will eventually will happen at the rate things disclosure is going. Now, what I wanted to get back and say that a couple of months ago, I noticed differences in the nuances of especially the LAPD when they come in. They're no longer coming in doing a random search. Just go out there, look around, see what you can do. I started to get the sense that they're coming in with a sense of pre-knowledge, with a sense of precognition. And I found it to be odd. And I sent you like that video last month with the LAPD turning as the dragon was flying by. And then now with the Fox News chopper, I'm convinced that after 8 years now, they created technology that's either picking up the X or K band or picking up the audio click. These things leave audio clicks on your video.
Mhm.
So when you have unlimited money like the Pentagon, you can go to the military industrial complex and say, make me a device that can hear these audio clicks. And they could probably hear them with a 2 or 3 second warning, heads up.
Mhm.
Because again, if you watch the videos, especially the Fox, you can see that pilot was turning simultaneously with the dragon.
Mhm.
And no human being can do that. You
No.
need a 2 second
I mean,
lag.
he had no chance, but you could see what he was trying to do, which was impressive in itself. He was preempting the move. And when the pilot was first to the furthest point to the right and he stopped and made that hard turn and sort of hovered, I kind of felt like he's going to go. He's going to go. And he did, he went full speed ahead. And like he was going to chase those dragons. Obviously, he had no chance.
100%, 100%. He was ascertaining where they are, and he was. I mean, that's not a normal news chopper. I know all pilots are highly skilled, but come on, I think they cherry picked him out of special forces, like a professional driver just taking a standard Ferrari or Porsche off the dealer's lot and scaring the hell out of you on the road.
But
Uh,
I think that should go. I think the whole clip should go viral. I think they should be asking Fox News why one of their helicopters is performing those maneuvers and, quite frankly, being quite dangerous over the marina. I think that's. I think it's out. You know, I mean, it's obvious what they're doing, but they've been caught out now, right? I mean,
uh,
that's.
I think logically, come tomorrow morning when all the government offices open, somebody at the FAA is going to be making some phone calls. Like,
Probably right.
what's your boy doing? What are we doing here? What are you doing? Just, and I don't know what Fox is going to say. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's hard. It's a hard call. Uh, but if it happened once, it could happen again. But that was the most original. That was. I think it's not. I don't think I'm exaggerating. Where that was air to air. That
Mhm.
was air to air, almost combat. That pilot was flying with precognition. Probably the computers. They probably put a lights up display so he can see through the in front of him on the windshield. Go to the right, or to the left. And again, they're giving them like a 2 to 3 second warning. So they're dodging each other in real time. It's it's unheard, never been done. So
Yeah, it sounds like he's trying to. Maybe he's got a part of their technology and he's trying to learn how to use it. God knows, who knows? But he definitely knew they were there. He knew where to go. I feel like they're just watching you, Doc, because if you know the hot zone, they must know the hot zone, right? Like they've got to.
they, they got it now. Now, what I also did, I went on AI and I said, um, because again, if the police are flying like this, hey, I asked AI, did the police just update their helicopters with advanced radar equipment? like $1 million radar equipment. And AI said no, but the police just bought a brand new simulator, flight simulator, which is even better because they could teach the pilots this. It's downloaded with Dragon software.
No.
So it totally makes sense.
Dragon
So they
training.
Dragon training, seriously. So they're teaching these pilots, at least the LAPD and probably the sheriff and the fire department soon. This is how it goes off. This is how you read it. And this is what you do. So, I mean, if I had to guess, yeah, because nobody just goes out and buys new flight software. That's
Mm.
not really.
And
So
that pilot was trying to get line of sight as well.
100, because he did. He turned, he hovered, and he pointed and he was thinking, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? And then he went for it. And again, he went for it, but he turned when the dragon tagged him again and again. And boy, if we could hear what he was talking on his radio at the time, I don't know if he was screaming, talking to his co-pilot, talking to headquarters.
If
That was beyond.
if you look at the footage, you'll notice it one comes through, then another one comes through really fast, and then another one comes through behind them. And I'm guessing that's because if something happens to one of them, they need a backup and then a backup. And I mean, why would they all come through like that? In maybe half a second?
Yeah, oh yeah, half a second is very fair or less. Right. Like I said, I've kind of seen similar, even with the Apaches and Ospreys. Um, they're a little bit more casual. They've circled once or twice and then fly away, but but really nothing. This is unheard of. A news chopper. Frankly, there really is no news choppers for a couple of reasons. Because there's really no news over Marina Del Rey. There's really no crime. A parking ticket maybe, but there's no crime. Knock on wood. So you don't send an expensive asset for nothing. Uh, and then up until recently, because I've kind of been politely pushing the issue. Why do news choppers fly with their GPS radio transponder turned off? I've been asking that question for years,
Mm.
and I've been saying, please leave it on, because when you do, I could see you coming, and I could record and get new dragon video like we did the other day.
Sure.
And now all of a sudden, they're flying with their GPS on. And I get it, because if you're a news station, uh, you don't want to tell your competition where you're at, where the news is. You don't want to tell the other competition, hey, big news is going down right here over the beach, because they'll all just swarm in on you. And I got that theory was confirmed a few days ago. Something went down in Malibu. I still didn't watch the news, but all four news networks headed there at the same time, at exactly 7:31. You could just see them. It's just like, how did they get notified? So they're watching each other's
Sure.
GPS location. And I get that. That's fine. But the good news is you can expect now we're going to be getting more dragon video and with news choppers. So that's the payoff here. Uh, so wow. Other than that, it's just predictable dragons, precognitive flight awareness.
Yeah.
I don't know where to go from here.
I think the big one for me, apart from the obvious question, which is what are these Dragon UAP and what are they doing? Um, the big one for me is who the hell is that pilot in that Fox News helicopter? Uh,
We
and
want to get him on the podcast.
yeah, I mean, this is if he doesn't get in trouble, lose his job or whatever for being recognised. The thing is, though, Doc, they know you're recording, right? They know you're recording. So for him to turn up in that area and do that, he must have known the risks, or he wanted you to film it, so that he can use the data and go back and go, right, this is what I did wrong, this is what I did right.
sometimes you just as humans, you're on the highway and you just want to speed. You want to go up to 80 or 90 just for a few seconds because nobody will see me. I think maybe that's what he was thinking. He says, I could do this for 45 seconds. Nobody will see me.
What, and you thought
But
he would investigate because obviously that's going on. I mean, he was throwing that helicopter around like it was a shopping trolley, and
I'm surprised he didn't bend the frame from the G's he was pulling. Can you imagine if you were a passenger on that? That is
I mean,
like that's like the wildest roller coaster ride. That is a Colossus roller coaster ride. Hopefully, he was wearing a GoPro camera. He might post that someday. That would be some nice video.
yeah, I don't think he's just your Joe Blog, and I think by chance you've just captured the most compelling uh, Dragon UAP footage you've ever captured. Not because they were clear as day, but because of what was going on. And yeah, I
It's
nail on the head.
Yeah, it's like I said. Well, if they're not looking at it already, but come tomorrow morning when the government opens, people are going to be like, "Hey, what is this? What is this? What's going on?"
Oh, they
I'm
are.
getting, I'm getting some complaints. I'm getting complaints. uh, maybe if he just flew 5 feet over the water going 120, all right, we'll let it go. But what was this stunt?
Well, he came back. So he
Yeah,
came back. So there's the first question. Why did you come back to an area? Are you just wasting fuel? And then he performs then dangerous maneuvers. So that's he one under the water, one just above the water. Then he comes back. He makes two hard turns. That's three reasons to get sacked, right?
oh, again, I don't think any of that is legal, and not only in America but anywhere in the world. You
Hmm,
can't. Well, I already know FAA. You cannot fly under 500 feet. That's the ceiling. That's a given
busted.
because they do that for safety. If your engine had a hiccup, you'd have time to recover.
Yeah.
But at 5 feet, there's you don't
E-
have time to.
Even if he was 8 or 10 feet above the water, I mean, that's no time.
No, no, that's no time. That's not even the blink of an eye. It's just over.
Yeah.
Uh, and I could tell you the last couple of weeks, a couple of Blackhawks did come in, and they were like 15 feet, and I thought that was really unusual. It's like, well, they're testing new equipment. They're testing their equipment. They're dragon detection.
Yeah.
But this guy took it to now. We could assume. I think we can assume that since the technology now has been proven to work with the LAPD and with now that it's proven, they're going to put it in more Apaches and more Blackhawks.
Hmm.
And so I'm going to predict I'm going to be getting more video like that. Because again, when you can fly with precognitive knowledge, it doesn't mean you're going to catch a dragon, but to them, yeah, they'll give it a try. They'll make the effort. Uh, it's at this point going forward, it's it's going to probably just only be more amazing video, not less.
The,
Yeah,
I mean, this is going down conspiracy theory lane, but the only thing I can think of, and this is what I initially thought of, was Fox News helicopter is going up there to grab footage. So he's not got any special equipment which has given him something that could take him out. He's been given something that can tell him where they are and where they're coming in from, and he's just trying to get the best camera footage that he can find.
that
Um, maybe as part of this rolling out of disclosure, you've seen camera footage before being used in stuff for over Marina Del Rey, right? So
yeah, yeah. That could be he wanted close up video. The only way you're going to get close up video if you know where they are, and you got to be given a heads up.
yeah,
So, and maybe again, that's why he was hovering. He was trying to get his camera locked in. Uh, now, yeah, when you say disclosure, again, this is video that's only for the Pentagon. It's not like they're doing it for the people. Like, oh, look at this brand new video, and we want to give it to you.
Yeah.
No, disclosure is happening much faster. But if I had to guess, disclosure will be, um, it will be like it'll be a compromise. It'll be okay. Everyone out there that's done research, we will tell you that your research is correct, but we are not going to add any more data to that. But basically, the Roswell thing, since you know about it, the Roswell was real. The
Yeah.
UFOs over Washington, D.C., 1952 was real, but the dead alien we got in 1977, we're not going to volunteer a video to show you. So it's going to be one of those compromised disclosures, at least at first. And then when the momentum gets going, then we can push the Pentagon, say, give us more video, more video.
I
So,
mean,
but we're,
I think if they do that, we won't be waiting long for video because everyone will go, "What? They're real?" And they'll
yeah,
just start recording.
yeah, yeah. I get it. I understand. I'm making extraordinary claims. I'm a scientist. I understand things take time. You gotta in life, sometimes you just gotta wait your turn, wait your turn. I get that philosophy. I do. Uh, but at this point, the evidence is beyond overwhelming. No, in all fairness, if you were a juror at a trial and you saw this amount of evidence,
Mhm.
how are you going to rule? You're going to go, highly likely 12 out of 12 are going to go, hey, this stuff's real. It's If you were to delete 99% of my videos and show and take it to court, even the 1%, the judge will say this is real. So we're there. We're there here now. We're there. So anybody watching, listening, I have over 6,000 of these UAP dragon. I call them dragons because the first year I was positive they were a bug. They're not a bug. They're not a dragonfly. They fly with predictability, and it's just been escalating ever since. And it's getting a lot of people, and I'm not the only one. We have, like yourself, we have like 15, 16 other channels on just on YouTube. I'm not even keeping up with the other platforms. It's in a good way, it's out of control. It's a good thing.
Yeah, yeah,
Because
it's definitely
nothing
out of
bears,
control.
but it is out of like with what you just said. I think 99,000 views on X, and we're kind of like the new kid on the block. So 99,000 is pretty respectable. I mean, you get up to 1 million views. I mean, you're there. So, uh, yeah, let's see where this goes. Let's see if other news stations pick up the story. It's extremely compelling. I mean, you could do your best to try to talk your way out of it, but like I said, it was all predictable. And actually, I didn't get anything wrong on the video. Like I said, when he came back, I didn't zoom in on him. I waited for that little corner to go by,
Yeah,
like half a second. Then I zoomed in. And then I did the countdown on zone two. I said, 3, 2, 1. And 3 seconds later, it came off the ground. And that's when he turned to the right, simultaneous. So again, the theory is they're giving off radio waves, these X waves. The computer is telling them, go right, go right.
hmm
And they just said, look, we need one of your best pilots with fast reactions. And that guy's good, that pilot.
he was, to be fair to him. I don't want him to get sacked. I just want him to come clean and tell us what the hell he was doing up there. And to be honest, it was really cool to watch. But hey, it could have
Oh,
gone the other way. You could have witnessed a disaster, you know?
yeah, yeah, precisely. It easily could have. I, I'm just saying if the frame had bent too much, it could have locked up the rotor, the rear rotor. I mean, I'd be filming a helicopter falling to the ocean. In a way, it's like this is an opportunity because Fox has always been pro disclosure, pro UFO. This is an opportunity. I think they should grab it and say, look what we recorded. Look what we have.
I think they're gonna, Doc, to be honest with you. They didn't
And
risk that for a biscuit. They risked it for headline news, you know. I think that's going to be coming out in the coming months, if not weeks.
Yeah, yeah, perhaps. You know, we're not in the news world. Maybe I get the feeling because Discovery Channel just did a brand new episode on Skinwalker Ranch,
Yeah.
and they kind of made a big deal. Skinwalker Ranch in the last 5 years has two videos of dragons, and they're like, look what we've got, look what we got, oh my god, oh my god, and they're trying to really upplay it, and I just smile. So maybe there is going to be a brand new paradigm of dragons coming soon to all the networks.
Yeah, quite possibly. Well, do you know what? I mean, they're well behind in terms of Dragon UAP. I'm not too sure about anything else, but you're well in front, Doc. Doc, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it. I know that you're going to keep up the good work because you have been for years, and we do need you to capture stuff like that because you've just woken up literally thousands of people with that one video.
Yeah,
And I'm glad I was the one to spread it because that's what I want to do, spread the message. So,
get it
well,
out there, tell others, get it out. Yeah, make it happen. And check out that new link I just sent you a few hours ago. It's nuts.
I will
Yeah.
do, Millie. I will, mate.
One of them is a roof camera. The Department of Water and Power came in. I recorded from the roof and the balcony. It's
Is this
just,
the 28th or 28th, 29th?
yeah, just 2 days ago. I sent it to you 2 hours ago.
Cool.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Thanks,
Okay.
Doc.
Okay. Take care. God bless.
6, 5, 4, 3. There it is. 2. Okay, let's tag this guy. There it is. Tag 1. There's the hot zone 2 right here. We might get something. There it is right there. Perfect. Thank you. Yeah, we don't have blue skies right now. Here's hot zone 2. There was something right there.